What's up, everybody? Well, this is not a cool video that I didn't really want to have to make, but it appears that this laptop is pretty much toast. So pretty much what happened is I put some Kroysheets on it. Everything was going pretty good. It was getting lower temps and everything. Like CPU was about the same. GPU was immensely better. Instead of getting up to like, you know, freaking 70 something degrees on the desktop just sitting there doing nothing, it was in the 60s. Now, that could have been because the laptop just started up and whatnot. Totally could be possible and probably the case. But the point is, before I could do more GPU testing, it just shut off on me. It completely shut off. And the fans were spinning a lot. That's what made me think, is it just overheating? Maybe these Kroysheets are, you know, not as good as I thought. And maybe it was just, you know, acting like it was cool because it just got turned on. But no, I went and looked, and the CPU on the desktop anyway was at 74C, and the GPU was at like I think it was like 68C, just on the desktop doing nothing, and it would just randomly shut off. And there was nothing in the red at all. So if it was some kind of temperature sensor, it's at least not one that Windows shows. So I'll show you guys what it does. I mean, I can't break it any more than it's already broken. Let me move you guys back so you guys can see the whole ordeal here. There you go. Sorry about the shakiness and whatnot. So, you know, everything's good there. Let's also not choke the thing, even though it's broken. Let's at least turn the base on so it has some airflow. Now, I don't run that base at 100% unless I'm gaming, but listen to that thing go already. Now, it is booting up Windows, so of course it's gonna be a little loud, but yeah, if we just chill here on the desktop for a little bit, it'll eventually just go off, and that's what made me think, oh, something must be overheating. But in the short time that I was able to check this out, I don't really see anything. That went up to 91, which is pretty normal. The CPU always gets hot, but yeah. And I don't see any individual core that's just like overheating on that portion. So if we scroll down, our SSDs aren't overheating in any stretch of the imagination. They're all cold as hell. The Vega chip's at 52, so the GPU's at 70, so 6870, about what I said on the desktop. So that is a little hot, I guess, for the desktop, isn't it? Or is that normal? I never really checked my desktop idle temperatures too much with this thing, so I don't really know, but if it was the GPU, I mean, it would be pegged at something red and then we would get a shutdown, I would imagine. But that's not the case. So I don't know what its big deal is. But it has no rhyme or reason. It could sit here and idle for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just shut off. Or you could try to run a benchmark and it'll shut right off. So yeah, let's do that. Last time I was trying, when I actually put the Kroysheets on, I just tried to run Cinebench and it shut off. So, or technically, Cinebench isn't what made it shut off. I was trying to run 3D Mark. Let's just try to run 3D Mark, and I guess we should leave this on running too, so we got some temperature information. Although heck, maybe just trying to load those two apps at once will make it just shut off. Who knows? Oh, where's my, nope, I don't want your update right now. Although that would be great if it just stopped doing that and that was just some random nonsense to scare the hell out of me. I mean, half the time when I try to show you guys something is wrong, just the act of me showing you guys it being wrong fixes it and then it works. So that would be great. All right. Nope, I don't really want to download stuff right now. I just want to run a benchmark. If it will let me without crashing or doing some nonsense. That, and if the GPU like never clocks up or whatever, we'll know something is messed up too. And of course, I was gonna take a hit, but nothing left in the bowlzilla cakes. There it goes, see? It just shut off. I don't think I saw the GPU or the CPU reach any kind of anything that would make it shut off like that. Did you guys? So yeah, that's what it does now. So if anybody has any ideas, I'm more than willing to listen to them. So I think I'm just gonna order a new laptop today. Sucks that this one's dead. I'm not ready to give up on it completely, but just in case it really is dead, I want to have a laptop. So I'm going to probably either go with, I got two options I'm trying to go with right now. So I'm going to hop on over to the desktop real quick and I'll see what you guys think. I mean, I'm still probably going to make my decision, so hopefully I don't make the wrong one before this video gets a bunch of comments, if it even gets any. But I feel like it'll probably get some. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be kind of disappointed this laptop's down. This was like the thing that got my YouTube channel going, so I'm pretty disheartened as well. But at the same time, it would be cool to have like that new all AMD Alienware, for example. Or there's this other one I was looking at that had a 3D processor. But anyway, let's go have a quick look at those real quick, and then after that, we'll wrap the video on up. So here's the first laptop I was looking at, Alienware M18. So I figured let's quickly go over the pics real quick, just so you guys have an idea what the thing looks like. Now, it does seem like it has some breathability above the keyboard there, so that's cool. Definitely looks very Alienware-esque. Looks higher quality than the other laptop I'm looking at, even though this one is the cheaper of the two, surprisingly. Lots of ports. I wonder if it'll be the same as my other laptop that I've got now, where you have to use the correct port, or it'll come out of the wrong GPU. Anyway, though, so going with that processor, 7900M, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabytes. Now, you can't get a 1600p. If you do, it puts it to the 4090, as you can see there. So that's why it's only 1080p or technically 1200p, 16 by 10 aspect ratio. 480 hertz, though, so that's at least nice. So there's all that. Now let's go over the techie specs here. So it's got the 7945HX. We got ourselves the 700M with 16 gigs of GDDR6. There's that display again, 32 gigs of RAM. Not the fastest DDR5, honestly, but it's probably just like mine. They can't get too much faster than that. I think it gets up to like 5600 on laptops or something like that. Got quite a bit of ports, though. Like I said, look at them all. Even has an SD card slot. Now, here's the dimensions. Now, it is kind of a chonky boy. Basically 9 pounds. Has a 1080p camera, some stereo speakers. Now here's all the chassis and all the Alienware RGB stuff, wireless technology. Now honestly, I've never seen, I don't know what this MU-MMO thing is. 3 hours of battery life and a 330 watt power adapter. So that's about it for this guy, and it's also $3,049.99. And I'd get it by November 14th. So I'd have to wait quite a while for this one. I think I'd get the other laptop quicker. But anyway, so same thing. Look at the pictures quickly. Now, doesn't it look almost identical to my current laptop? Only it has a numpad and it's a little bigger. But other than that, almost identical. It has a slightly different looking back. But same. No RGB for it or anything like that for that weird little logo on the back. I think it still just uses the panel lights to make it white. But anyway, this one's the ROG Strix Scar 17-inch X3D. It's got a 4090 in it. There's the thing, 7945H X3D. 32 gigs of DDR5 on this one, 2 terabyte SSD. I think they said it's in RAID 0. Comes with Windows Pro, but I don't really care about Windows Pro. And it comes with Alan Wake 2, but I already bought that, so that's kind of a moot point for me. And I'd give it away if I got this one, but I'm pretty sure I have to launch it on the laptop. That's how they do almost everything. Actually, instead of looking at the specs, let's look at all their stuff here. So it does have a mux switch, unlike my current laptop. And it's a 240 hertz IPS panel, 1440p, and it does have G-Sync and Dolby Vision, apparently. Same vapor chambers as my current laptop. Now, it does not have liquid metal on the CPU. This is lying. It has liquid metal on the GPU and normal paste on the CPU because the 3D chip on the top, I think, makes it so liquid metal would like interfere with that and like seep into it and kill it or something. That's what I heard anyway. Now, let's scroll back up here and go through the actual tech specs of this guy. So there's that. It's a 4.0 drive in this one. We got a 4090, which is really just a 4080. That's why it's only got 16 gigs of VRAM instead of the 24. There's our 7945HX. Little less gigahertz on the base speed, same boost speed. There's all of the info for the screen there. A max memory of 64 on this guy. Oh, it's got a 2.5 gig LAN. Triple band wireless. Bluetooth 5.3. Here's all the ports this guy has. This one has a decent amount of ports too. I actually think the other one had a couple more options though. And there's the audio. Pretty much the same kind of speaker system, just 2 speakers, no subwoofers or anything like that. This one only has a 720p camera, but hey, that's still better than my current laptop of no camera. I think mine, they wanted you to like use your phone or something. Anyway, same 330 watt max power or adapter, and then a same battery size. But this one's way lighter at 6.6 pounds than 9 pounds. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, so which one would you guys like to see? Oh, and also this one's $3,700 basically without tax. So quite a bit more expensive than the Alienware. Yet does not look quite as premium, but looks aren't everything. But which one would you guys like to see? So just let me know in the comments. I almost never say comment, but if I don't tell you to comment, how will I know what you guys want to see on the channel between those two? Anyway, let's go wrap this video up. Well, all right, guys. So those are the 2 laptops that I was looking at. Now, which one would you guys be more interested in seeing videos on? I'm going to kind of leave it a little bit up to you guys. But I'm going to order the laptops later on tonight, so I mean, I'm sure not too many people are going to see this video, but for everybody who wants to put their vote in, let me know which laptop you're more interested in seeing. And don't worry, I'm going to scour eBay and scour around the area to see if I can't find a decent used one of these G15 Advantages to still have one of them on the channel. Or fix this one. I'm not ready to just call it completely toast yet, because all that other stuff I did was also on my manual settings, you know, with it doing all this other stuff. If I leave it just on silent mode, which turns turbo off and everything the way I have it set up, it doesn't really seem to restarting as often. It'll still do it, but it'll be like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour or two, and then I'll look over and go, oh, it shut itself off again, instead of like, hey, I'm trying to load 3D Mark, oh, nope, done. So I don't think it's totally toast. I think there's got to be something in there I must have messed up or forgot to do, or maybe I disconnected something, who knows? So I'm still gonna go in there and fiddle with it and try and revive this thing. I'm not ready to give up on it yet. I mean, that dang thing got me my YouTube channel all super popular. I think at least 1,000 to probably 1,800 of my subs were mostly due to this laptop, I would have to say. Now, since then, I obviously have the Steam Deck and the Ally and my secondary desktop and primary desktop. I'm sure some people subscribed for those, but I still feel like most people it was for this laptop. So that's why I still want to get one and keep it on the channel or fix this one. But at the same time, I kind of feel like this was its way of saying, hey man, why don't you get a little bit better laptop? It's about time. You've had this for a while. And I feel like people would like to see, you know, a newer laptop on the channel, but probably a unique one. I don't want to just go get any old one like an Intel with a 4090. That'd be boring. So again, I'm going to try to fix this, and if I can't, I'll buy another one. But I'm definitely buying a new laptop at some point today. So again, which do you like? Do you guys like the Alienware M18, or do you guys like the Asus Scar 17 with the X 3D chip and the 4090, even though it's like $800 more expensive? I don't know if it's really $800 faster, you know what I mean? But in a lot of ways, it's better, no doubt about it. I mean, it's got a 4090, which is probably still a little faster than that 7900M, but I don't think it's gonna be leaps and bounds faster, because in reality, it's just a 4090 desktop chip disguised as 4090, just like the 7900M, I'm pretty sure is a 6800 XT. When I looked at the specs and all the ROMs and like the shaders and everything, the two match up identically, just like the 6800 XT matches up perfectly with that 6800 XT. But anyway, this video is getting way longer than I intended it to be, but I just want to let you guys know, if anybody, I'm sure some people saw my video of the Kroysheets, or not yet, I haven't posted that yet, but when they do, they would start going, oh my God, is it dead? So I just figured I would just do this video now before that video even launches and just say, hey, we ran into some issues, man. We like honesty on this channel. So I'm not gonna just sit here and say, oh, nope, I didn't mess up. And it's not the laptop's fault that it's broken either. 100% my bad. I'm sure I did something, because it was working just fine until I opened it up and put those Kroysheets on there. So some way along the way, whether it was me cleaning it up, or maybe when I was cleaning around the processors or something, maybe there was a little tiny bit of liquid metal, and as I was cleaning it, maybe it got under the little shields they've got to prevent it from getting someplace, and maybe it just started frying something, or short-circuiting something, you know, and it's just every once in a while. So it's not really prevalent yet, but eventually it might just be to the point where the thing just doesn't even boot up for more than a second. You know, you get to Windows and bloop, goes right back off. Who knows? But again, I think it was my fault. I don't think it's the laptop's fault. So anybody who has this, do not sit there and think, oh man, that thing's a ticking time bomb. No, anything, the bad temps and all of that have always been my fault. If I had left it alone, you know, and just said, nah, these temps are high, but they're acceptable to me, none of this would have happened. So that's just another moral to the story. If something is working, it's best to just leave it alone. Unless you are like super crazy good with computers and stuff, and you know exactly how to do liquid metal and all that stuff flawlessly. Because apparently I did not, because I did a much worse job than they did. So obviously Asus was better at putting the liquid metal on than I was. I'm man enough to admit when I was wrong, and I did it improperly. And then I tried the PTM, that improved the CPU, but it didn't really fix everything. Anyway though, like I said, video's getting long, and I'm just kind of irritated still that this thing's all dead, but, well, dying, damaged, I guess would be the best way to put it. But anyway though, again, I would just like to know your guys' picks. Which of the two laptops that I showed you would you guys prefer to see videos on this channel? And just comment. I usually don't tell you to comment, but if you don't comment, I won't know. So in any case though, on that bombshell, it's time to end this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I still enjoyed making it for you guys, even though this poor laptop is in dire situations. So until the next video, peace out, guys.